there. Hey everybody, like everybody else, you watched the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Look at my personal opinion. I'm a Mike Tyson fan, good, bad, and the ugly, because a lot of us big guys are bad, good, and ugly. But watching a lot of YouTube, I really begin to enjoy who Roy Jones was, the understanding guy. Now last night, seeing the fight, 2-minute rounds, that's girly stuff, which I understand. I mean, some of the girls that kick our guys' asses, right? I mean, let's be realistic here. But seriously, Roy was smart, man. He punched, jabbed, moved in and out, and got out. I mean, if I was fighting with Tyson, let's be realistic, I'd be up on the ropes running circles, you know what I mean? And that'd be the end of it. But let's be realistic, a draw. I'm thinking, not because I'm a Mike Tyson fan or Roy Jones, my personal opinion is Mike was going in to fight. They both have two different patterns, and you've seen the two different patterns. Weaving and wobbing, a little bit of Muhammad Ali shaking there, Roy Jones, Mike Tyson go in. You even see Mike Tyson a couple times even smile a little bit, like, you know, for what it was, the comedy of it. But seriously, the draw. Let's be realistic, folks. Let's cut through the shit here. It's just to bring another big fight back to where it's going to come. This time, both guys will have more time of training. It should be 3-minute rounds. Make it maybe 10 rounds. These guys would be more conditioned. They're both huffing and puffing. I mean, I'd have been huffing and puffing too, man, running around. And logically speaking, it's like putting me at 220 pounds in there with you, the same in that kind of shape and figure. Tyson's probably a little leaner than I am. But in general, you tell me, was there too much dodging and punching, too much hugging and kissing from Roy Jones? I would think so. But he was his strategy. That's how to burn to Mike Tyson down. Mike was trying to be more of a gentleman, I guess. He was trying to go in and get the odd KO shot, and some of them missed. But think 15 years away from the ring is pretty damn good. Roy Jones, same idea. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought Mike Tyson myself was gonna knock Roy down in 3 rounds. I put a wager on it of $500. You know the rest of the story on the wager. I lost. End of story. Me bad, my bad. $500 at the door. My chum got me. We know who it is. It's Gary. I'll talk to Gary later about the bet. It is what it is. I gotta suck it up and pay him the $500. I'm just not happy. But that said, my hat's off to Roy for actually lasting that long, 8 rounds, and the 2 legends going that distance, which I think brought a lot of money in there. It would have been nice to see the people in the background cheering and yelling and grunting. I think would have been more going on with it. By far, the other guys I know were YouTubers. Was it Jake? Paul Jake, is it? I think it was. And he's a pretty cool guy. People like to hate the guy. He's up and down kind of a dude, but I liked him. I knew he'd win. I won money in that fight. That's it. Now, end of the story is, to me, I'm a Mike Tyson fan. Roy Jones is awesome. They kicked my ass for sure. There's no doubt. 2-minute rounds, man, I'd be gone the first round. Let's be real here. When you still watch the speed of these 2 guys are moving at the raise, pretty impressive stuff. It's like old guys like me still lifting heavy weights in that different aspect and angle. It's pretty good. So really, rematch. Gary, it's rematch. I'm going the first 4 rounds. 3-minute rounds. I think Mike Tyson in the 3-minute rounds at that point was getting better, was going on in the fighting, would have probably knocked him out. Hands off, you know, it has to be hats off to Roy Jones saying, hey, when every time Tyson hit me, man, it was like being hit by a bomb. He says, and he felt every shot. And even Tyson said, you know, he caught me, slipped him a couple of quick shots and it stunned him a little bit. He says, you know, because you're getting 2 legends who can punch. Let's be realistic. Most of us got hit by those guys, we would be down and out. Let's just cut through the shit for what it is. I mean, you'd hit me once like that, you break my ribs, break my spine. I mean, we're not used to being hit like that. Those guys are artists in the actual ring, hitting each other. They're dynamic, they're fast, and even the speed they were moving for what they were. Think about this. They, you know, but I guess rematch, yes, absolutely, bring it on. Gary, next fight is a $1,000 bet, you and me. I'm going to go on the 4 rounds that Mike Tyson takes down. If it's 3-minute matches, should it go that distance? Because I want redemption to get my $500 back from you. Now Gary doesn't know what I'm doing this filming here on myself, but he will see it later on. He'll be laughing. He got me on this one. I give it to him. I'm drinking my big cafe. I'm all pumped up on caffeine. Last night when I watched the fight, I was happy to see it, but disappointed in a sense. The 2-minute rounds were the big ones, and these 2 guys didn't like 2-minute rounds. And like Roy Jones said, we're giving us girl rounds. We're men 3 minutes, and like Mike Tyson said, a 2-minute round felt like a 3-minute round. Give it, man. I mean, you know, been a long time these guys have been in the ring fighting. And, you know, hats off to both of the athletes. Awesome dudes, man. I am very jealous of those who get autographs for those 2 guys because, you know, those are 2 legends. And I don't know what the payout was. I can't be sure. I know Mike got a pile, and what's they got a pile of money too. But I mean, you think of the money they went in and took a chance that they could have actually died in that ring from each other at one blow. You know what I mean? And like Roy Jones says, when you're fighting Mike Tyson, man, you're in the ring with a monster. And you know, and hats off to both guys after shaking hands. That shows you a lot of maturity on a different level, helping people out. And I guess my rant is over. So I did lose $500. Not happy about this because I would have never known it went to the end to a draw. I mean, seriously, that there on the judges, shame on you. There has to be a winner. There's never a draw. We know the draws, they're bringing it back for another fight. That's just smart business, okay? And I just want to be there next time to watch that fight. Next time I want to actually do the fight live. That's me and Gary watching it. $1,000 on the table. And we're going to see who comes out the greener guy in the end. Okay, guys, give me the thumbs up, thumbs down on this bad. Give me a like on this bad boy. And thank you to the people at McDonald's that gave me a free coffee today. It was very good of you. Thanks a lot. And we'll speak to you guys soon. So now it's time to go pay the due up. And maybe I'll pay Gary in front of the camera after you guys will see it raw. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.